You don't need to sit down with grammar books every day to learn English. Sometimes all it takes is a good story. When you follow a story, your brain learns grammar and vocabulary without even realizing it. It's natural. It's fun. It sticks. If that sounds good to you, hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the bell. We post a new immersive story every single day. The morning was warm but not heavy, the sky over Doha clear and wide. Adam stood outside his small hotel, a backpack over one shoulder, holding a folded map he hadn't yet opened. He had a place in mind to visit, but no strong plan. Just curiosity. The street in front of him was already alive. Cars slid past slowly, people moved between shops, and the sun cast long shadows across the clean pavement. Adam liked mornings in new cities. Everything felt possible. He waved down a taxi and one pulled over right away. The driver was an older man with soft eyes and a quiet smile. Adam climbed in, gave him the name of a popular museum, and leaned back. But traffic was thick. The car moved slowly, stopping often. Outside, the city shifted and shimmered with movement. Markets, children in uniforms, delivery men lifting crates. Adam watched quietly. After some time, the driver glanced in the rearview mirror and asked if Adam was in a rush. Adam shook his head. So the driver took a turn. Not toward the museum. They slipped into narrower streets, older roads. The buildings became shorter, closer together. The walls were sun-faded, with hand-painted signs and laundry hanging from balconies. It wasn't the Doha in the guidebooks. Adam sat up a little. He didn't speak. He didn't ask. He just watched. They passed a tiny bakery with steam rising from a side window, then a shaded alley where children played soccer with a worn ball. The taxi moved slowly, not in a rush. It was like floating. Finally, the driver stopped beside a small square. It was quiet, peaceful. There was a fountain in the center, low and simple. A few people sat on benches in the shade. A man played a traditional string instrument under a tree. The driver turned to Adam and nodded toward the square. He didn't say anything, just smiled. Adam got out slowly. He felt like he had entered a dream. The square felt untouched by time. It was the kind of place you don't find on purpose. He walked around for a while, letting the calmness sink in. He bought tea from a tiny stand, watched the musician play, sat near the fountain. Nobody hurried. Everything moved like a soft song. Eventually he returned to the taxi. The driver didn't ask if he liked it. He didn't need to. They continued driving. Adam didn't care about the museum anymore. He wanted to see more like that. So, the driver showed him his version of Doha. Not the towers and lights, but the stories in the corners. A shop run by two old brothers who hadn't changed prices in years. A rooftop where birds gathered every afternoon. A mural painted by schoolchildren that stretched across half a wall. It was all unexpected. And unforgettable. When the day ended and Adam stepped out of the taxi for the last time, he felt different. He hadn't followed a map. He hadn't visited a major attraction. But he had followed something else. A quiet path offered by a stranger. And somehow, that had led him exactly where he needed to go. What did you learn just now? Without trying, you practiced storytelling in the past simple and past continuous. You absorbed natural vocabulary for describing scenes, feelings, and actions. You saw how small decisions in a story create powerful emotional moments. That's how language learning becomes unforgettable. So if you enjoyed this journey, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell. We share one of these adventures every day. Your turn. Have you ever taken a detour and found something beautiful? Tell us in the comments. Your story might inspire someone else.